Hello guys, welcome back to another video. So, the whole topic for this video is basically going to be about CES. Now that it's already over, and then we know basically everything that came out in CES, of course, because all the news outlets were showing it off, and a bunch of tech YouTubers were there, and I even made videos about CES in general as well, about certain topics that I really liked. So this video is just going to be about my favorite tech of CES 2020 that I didn't really make a video on, so to speak. And I'll also be featuring another tech YouTuber that is a friend of mine later on in this video and see what his opinion on CES 2020 was as well. So first off, the first thing I wanted to talk about was TCL. So if you guys don't know, TCL is a TV brand, right? And they make really good TVs, and they also make sub-brands called Alcatel. They've worked with them in the past, and they've made some phones, and it's been all over the world pretty much. But now TCL wants to make their own phones this year, and they showed them off at CES 2020. There was 3 or 4 phones, I believe, and they were all going to be under $500. Now, not only is this really good for the budget and what you get for it, if you guys have seen the pictures, it's just a beautiful screen with 4 cameras on the back, and it's just overall a good phone, right? And especially for the price it's coming at. So they didn't give really a exact price range of how much these phones would cost, and the specs were they didn't really tell us much either, but they came out with a bunch of phones, and they even came out with the foldable phone. Now the foldable phone, it's okay. I mean, I still believe that on the foldable phone it should have had a screen when you close it as well, like the Galaxy Fold does, but nevertheless it was still a really cool phone. And I don't know if that one goes under the below 500. I'm pretty sure it doesn't, but if there was a foldable phone that was less than $500, that would be crazy. But the whole reason why I'm talking about these phones, because you might be thinking, well, they're just every other mid-range budget phones, right? You're wrong. On one of those phones, it's going to be 5G compatible, which means it'll be the first phone to have 5G in it for lower than $500. Now, for me, I think that's crazy. Now, for you guys, you might just be like, okay, whatever, right? It's just a cheap phone with 5G in it for under 500. Now, this is very revolutionary for the obvious reasons that 5G is very expensive, and most of the new phones that have it are over $1,000, like the Galaxy S10 5G and the Note 10 5G are all over $1,000, and those are basically the only 2 phones from what I've known that have 5G built in, and are options for this now become bigger, and I mean, now more people can afford this phone. It just makes it overall great for every consumer. Maybe they just want a 5G phone but don't want to spend $1,000. Well, now they can get a good decent phone for under $500 that has 5G in it as well. Now, the next thing I wanted to talk about from CES was electric cars. We saw a ton of electric cars at CES. Now, the only one that I really actually liked and the design was like nice to me had to be the Sony electric car. So I know there's a bunch of other brands that showed off their electric cars, but I don't know why the Sony's car just looked nice. It looked like a crossbreed from like a Tesla and like another. I even thought of like Rivian, because you know in Rivian truck it has that really big line in the front of it that's like a light strip. Well, so does Sony, but it has like a different design to it as well. The lights look cool. The design is nice. I'm not a big fan of the two-toned, like you know how on the car it has black on the top for like where the windows are, and the body of the car is like a grayish silver. I'm not a big fan of that, but I'm pretty sure they'll offer it that you can just make it one full color, hopefully. But yeah, there's a bunch of electric cars that came out, and now we all wish there was a Sony PS5 announcement. But of course they didn't do that because it would have been crowded over by a bunch of other technology that was also being released. So they decided to show off their concept electric car that has full Sony technology in it, of course. It has the 3D audio surround sound, which I am very interested in. So hopefully I'll be able to try out that. I know some headphones do support it, and I really want to pick up some headphones that do support that to just try it out and give my review on it. Anyways, let's see what Shades of Tech has to think about CES 2020.
So what's up guys, Faria, and welcome to Shades of Tech. A big thank you to Preston for inviting me to the show, so be sure to like this video, and if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to his channel because it recently passed the 100 subscriber mark. Really congratulations. So the question is very simple: what was my favorite tech of CES 2020? Well, this is really a good question, but it's also really hard to answer, so I'll try to go with my top 3 favorite tech we saw at CES 2020: 8K TVs, monitors and electric cars. So let's start with 8K TV. You probably don't know, but we are trying to go very deep in the 8K TV topic, and in the studio we have a Samsung 8K TV that you can spot probably in the corner, that we recently wall mounted, and spoiler alert, it's very cool. But at CES 2020 we saw a lot of 8K TV, basically from all the biggest TV manufacturers, from LG, Samsung, Panasonic, Sony, and it's really interesting to see if they will meet the standard that they promised at CES. I talked a lot about the definition of the real 8K, because LG has a definition and Samsung has another less restrictive definition. So LG is bringing the ZX series now with an 88 and a 77-inch screen 8K Smart OLED, and so we are going lower in the screen size, and this is very interesting because in regular TV more than 65 inches is totally overkill, so it's nice to see smaller 8K TVs. Of course they are still very expensive. I don't have a price, but I think they will go around $30,000. And we saw a different approach to 8K TV, so not OLED but QLED from Samsung with the Q950 TS, which is basically bezel-free 8K TV with over 99% screen to body ratio, and this is really cool with the speaker grills on the sides, and I'm really looking forward. It's the next model from this one we have in the studio, which is the Q950R, and it has some problems, so I'm really looking forward to see how they will manage to improve this one and maybe compare those two TV. Then monitors, we saw basically every type of gaming monitors. My favorite ones are the ones from LG and from Samsung. LG brought a series of 3 different monitors. We have the LG 27GN950, which is the first 4K gaming monitor with 1 millisecond response time, so for you gamers out there. And there is also a 32-inch version, which is the 32UN880, which is the upgrade of the Apple Ultra Fine display, which is now ergonomics. It's called Display Ergo, in fact, and you can change. It has a ball head behind, and you can change the tilt and pose it how you want. So it's really cool. And then there is the one that I'm looking forward to, a 38-inch ultra wide, which has a higher resolution from the last year model, and it's 144 Hz as well. So I think I am considering to upgrade this desk setup with an ultra-wide 38-inch and a trashcan Mac Pro instead of this iMac. Really looking forward for this. And the last but not the least, electric cars. And we saw basically more concept and proof of concept cars, but they are really interesting. So last year there was basically only Tesla making high-end electric cars. Now in the end of 2018 we saw the Porsche with the Taycan, and now there is the Mustang with the Mach-E, and also Mercedes and Sony. They made more a proof of concept car, Sony with its technology, so it's not something we will see commercially, but they are very cool. And more importantly, the one I really would love to see is the concept from Mercedes that was brought in collaboration with James Cameron from Avatar the movie, and it was really mind-blowing from the design point of view. The LED lights, the spoilers were made with small wings that adapted while the car was moving, so really mind-blowing. So I hope I wasn't too long, so thanks so much for watching, and be sure to post me on Twitter at Shades of Tech and subscribe to my channel if you are interested in what we talked. And back to Preston, and I'll see you as always in the next one. Ciao!
Thank you, Shades of Tech, for your answer. And that's basically it for this video. I just want to give a quick shout out to Shades of Tech. If you guys don't know, he's a really good YouTuber that also specializes in tech videos. And if you're interested, I'll leave his link in the description below. So be sure to check him out. I really enjoy his content and he's a very friendly guy. But other than that, let me know what you guys thought about CES 2020 and what your favorite tech of CES 2020 was in the comments down below. If you're new here, it would mean a lot to me if you could like and subscribe for more content like this in the future. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.